goodness, it's the Koopa once again, and today of all days, oh my goodness, today of all days, we're doing more level cap. Yes, I know, I want to cap your shit out, bitch. And, subscribe and like if you like it, and, this one's really annoying. It's really annoying. I wish it was kind of a harder boss, but, it's hard enough. This is just another power strength test, not a really complicated one. And then at the end of it, you have to do a little bit of a recitage of Japanese phrases. So I believe there's a tutorial above it, my good old guild master, that you can definitely watch. I might link it to this video as well. If you're following along this as a guide, which I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? That's how you do that. But yeah. This is going to be our last of this series, so we're going to see all of our wonderful Sense warriors here. Our warriors, all our Star Warriors will come together, and yeah, we'll fight the divine beast or whatever down there once again. It's gonna be a good time. We didn't really get to see this cutscene last time because we were on wonderful OBS, and OBS likes to not be a good video recorder. So it's a good thing we get to see this cutscene for real this time. And no worries, guys. Bandicam is here to stay. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Maybe it'll have a subscription fee eventually, and I'll kill myself. But while we're playing this game, what I'm going to be talking about today is yeah, I don't know. It's basically just using your senses to control the universe. A lot of people. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna call anyone out, but a lot. I feel like a lot of people just don't pay attention in real life, me included. If you don't realize, a lot of these videos I make for myself as sort of a reminder, a learning lesson, teaching myself about life, etc., etc. Right? So today's lesson for us, my dear viewer, is to just be more aware of your surroundings. So I'll tell you guys a story. Back in like middle school, from a very young age, I learned about reading sheet music, and I love sheet music. I'm a big fan of sheet music because it taught me the value of not only learning a new language and how a new language interacts with basically your brain, and how you can learn new things easily more. Developing a new language, new way to speak. But also the power of peripheral vision. You don't have to look at something to look at something, essentially. And at first I didn't know where I was going to use this. It's about middle school. It's about middle school, right? So at first I didn't know where I was really going to use this. I was like, well, whatever, peripheral vision, yada, yada, yada. I kind of know how to use it. I kind of got like the baseline, whatever. And then it took me a couple years until I went to, I believe it was like high school. And I was like taking this class, and there was this like experiment where it was like, you must just watch this presentation. This girl was giving a presentation, and then they had her give it, and then she left the room. And then they had this like forensic experiment to where they asked people like, what was the girl wearing? What was the actual, contents of her outfit or shoes she was wearing? And a lot of people were like missing facts and details about this. And then they were asking specific things about what she brought in for the presentation. People were like missing things. I'm like, wow, you know what? I didn't realize before, but not everybody is as absorbent of information as they probably should be. Because our brains they're basically like giant computers who have fans and cooling processes, and they try to do things as efficiently as possible, like using the least amount of brain power as possible, right? That's why so many CEOs and very smart people don't really waste time picking a different outfit out every day, because that's like brain power that they have to waste on something else, and they do it like at the end of the day, previous one, right? So inherently, because of this, we notice that small details, like, what clothes a girl was wearing, if she had her hair tied up or down, like small details like this or whatever. Maybe that's a big detail, but you get what I'm saying. Most times they go overlooked. They go extremely overlooked. Um, and that's just because we're trying to make it through the day, honestly. But if you use your peripheral vision in this way, it's easier to just be in the moment and absorb things as they come in. I like to walk around in the morning with a soft focus and just kind of like see the world for what it is, essentially. This is a lot easier for me with glasses, specifically because you have that like sort of screen in front of you, and then I can sort of see the screen around me. If I don't know if that makes sense, but for me at least, I know some people with glasses are like, I can't use my peripheral vision. I'm like, but it helps me with my peripheral vision, actually, wearing glasses. It's strange. I know it's strange. Maybe it's gaslighting. Maybe it's delusion. But having a soft focus and just really taking a perspective look back through the shades, um helps you ground yourself, helps you center yourself, in my opinion, my humble opinion. And that helps me be in the moment more. And I've noticed when I like take pictures, look back at them, I can sort of go back to my positive save states. I feel like that's the most valuable use for our senses. It's the positive save states that we have. Real quick, we're going back to the game talk. So over here, I have my frequently used phrases. So you can go online and change these. You basically just go, Google Translate, put some Japanese text in there. I thought I put the thing in here, but I did not. So you can see me just cycling through all of the, yeah. It's none of these. It's none of these. But you have to say a phrase to him. He said it in the chat. So we'll just reset the thing, and then we'll do the thing. Log back out, log back in, and stuff. Okay, don't be sad. Don't be sad for saying. But yeah, guys, the atmosphere of your life will change a lot when you're not just in your head. Of course, we have to go other places sometimes, but a lot of people spend way too much time up there. Way too much time up there, and me being one of them. You know. So having that awareness level to be like, hey, let me soft focus on my eyes. And honestly, for me, I have to get really granular with it. I have to be like, all right, in my mind, I have to think this. I have to be like, okay, focus on my eyes now. Okay, now we're gonna focus on the ears and see what we hear. Okay, yeah, now we're gonna focus on the smells. What does it smell like around here? I have to really meditate through it to get out of the headspace, because living in real life, it can be painful sometimes. In fact, most times. Because, like I've mentioned in one of these episodes, a lot of people will delude you into thinking that you're not as good as you are. And a lot of times I delude myself into thinking everyone is as good as me. That people are better than they inherently are. I feel like we all alter everyone's levels to what we're comfortable with. Not necessarily what's easiest for us to comprehend, not necessarily what the hardest pill for us to swallow, just what we're comfortable with seeing. We alter it to there. And honestly, I'm comfortable with seeing everyone as powerful or more powerful than me. I'm not comfortable with anything else. So inherently, I'm always going to suspect that you have way more brain power, way more strength, way more energy than me. Inherently. And when you don't, I lose a lot of respect. I lose a lot of respect. But hey, that's the life of an African individual. You know, as they've said a lot in this era, we generally just have to be 3 times better than anyone else to get the same results. Which I like. You know, who doesn't like training in the hyperbolic time chamber, right? Right? Okay, guys, I love you. This was the last Starfighter, Star Warrior symbol. Next time, we'll be doing some crazy, crazy level caps. I hope you all have a wonderful whatever day I upload this on. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, and I will see you next time.